How would you describe the scrimmage today? We only saw the last of it.
It was good. A lot of guys flying around, making plays. A lot of new faces on the team, so it's good to get another scrimmage under our belt to get that cohesiveness as a group. So I feel like everyone played really well and they played hard.
What was the highlight for the offense?
I'll speak for the tight ends. We had a great kind of shuffle pass to Mason Fakahu on the goal line, and then Tava made a great play going up to get one in the back of the end zone. And I mean, we did a goal line situation. I feel like we scored every time, so that's huge. Whenever you could get touchdowns in the goal line or in the red zone, that's a huge advantage for us. So I feel like the offense played really well today.
How much healthier do you feel this year, and how do you feel right now?
I feel a lot healthier, especially at this point. Last year I was really struggling day to day, and right now I barely feel any pain in my ankle, and I've been playing well and moving around. So I got to attribute a lot of thanks to my doctors and physical trainers that really helped me out. But it's a long time coming, but I feel good.
So go ahead, Joe.
I was just going to ask about not having Mason Wake on the team and what that means. I mean, you played with him for a long time. So
yeah, it's pretty sad. We came in together. Mason's my boy. I've been friends with him since the day he walked in the room, and we'll continue to be boys forever. So I love Mason. I wish him the best of luck, and his body, couldn't take it anymore. A lot of hits is not a great thing for a guy that size, but Mason was a great player, one of the smartest players that ever came to through BYU, and he really played hard when he was out there. So I love Mason, and I just wish him the best of luck.
You guys all get hit and get beat up, and you've had to go through your own. Does that go through your mind sometimes? It's like, hey, how much can my body take? Could that be me? I just wonder, is that something you guys think about, or you try not to think about that?
You try not to put too much emphasis on it. I believe that your body, it reacts to what you think about and what you expand on. So if you believe, hey, I'm healthy, I'm feeling good, then your body will react that way. So for me personally, I try not to focus too much on the health aspect, but if your body can't take it, and then you'll have to call it quits.
So last week, Ben Bywater kind of said the offense he admitted they had the upper hand. Who had the upper hand today, would you say, offense or defense?
I would say it was very equal. I mean, we had a lot of different situations that were thrown at us. I know for our first drive we went 3 and out, and then the next drive we scored, and it was kind of back and forth. I feel like the defenses, they're throwing a lot of stuff at us that we haven't seen before, and they look great. And they had a couple turnovers today, a couple interceptions. So I feel like it was a fairly equal day for both sides of the ball.
Who else is standing out to you in that tight end room that's behind you and trying to replace guys like Mason, who's now retired?
Well, we'll start off with Tava, experienced guy, played at SUU, has a lot of games under his belt. He's a great blocker. He can catch the ball too, and he knows the offense from SUU because there's similar offense coordinators there, and so he came in and just played right away. There was no learning curve for him. Ray is he's a meathead. He goes and hits people. And that's his job on the team, is just to go and crack some heads, and he does a great job of it. We have to get him up to speed with the playbook a little, but he can really hit, and he's super athletic. Tony and Ethan, they're obviously great route running tight ends, and Tony's been really stepping up, I feel like, and same with Ethan. And even Bentley Redden, he's a new face, long, lengthy guy. He'll be really good in the future. And then Mason, and there's a lot of guys that are stepping up and doing great.
What's the offense's readiness level, and if you had a game tomorrow, would you guys be able to hit the ground running?
I feel like we definitely need these last 2 weeks to get ready, especially I feel like game planning is a whole different deal for Sam Houston, but they're returning a lot of guys, and so I feel like we're ready. Maybe as a physical standpoint, but we still have to get there mentally a little bit more.
Cohesion along the offensive line. I mean, you're in line with them. How do you feel that that's coming along from your perspective?
Great. A lot of different rotating pieces. I feel like we're switching off with Connor and Paul at center, so I feel like we'll narrow it down soon, and then we'll have those 5 guys. But they all have a ton of games under their belt also. I mean, Paul, and Caleb and Connor and, you know, obviously Kingsley. Those guys have all played a ton of games. So even Waylon and other guys that have transferred in, Ian, they played a ton of games, and so they know what they're doing, and they've been in game situations before.
In these scrimmages, who else have you been impressed by making plays on the offensive side of the ball?
It's been cool to see Keelan and Darius. You know, we've had some injuries at the wide receiver group. Aiden Robbins has been great. LJ Martin looks great as coming in as a true freshman. And JoJo Phillips, I think he's going to be a total stud in the future. He's going to be really, really good. Super athletic kid, and he runs great routes. So we have a very bright future of these young guys that are coming in.
Last couple questions.
As a player, when you make that shift from the end of fall camp, Klein said you probably wrap up Tuesday to game prep. What changes?
I feel like it's less physical and more mental. You know, a lot more game film on a different opponent. You'll have a look squad that will give you different looks that they're going to do, and you're not so much bashing heads. You know, it's those first 2 weeks are really critical to show what you could do, and then after that, you know, you got to lock in mentally. So the mental game's a lot more important, especially when you're preparing for a team, than the physical part. So.
You're the seasoned vet. Light at the end of the tunnel's there, bro. It went by, I imagine, pretty fast. What's your message to the young bucks when you have that perspective?
Yeah, it definitely goes by fast. I mean, I feel like I just got here sometimes, even though I've played like maybe 40 games. You know, I feel like I still get nervous sometimes before games. You know, that butterflies inside your stomach. But yeah, just don't take it for granted, because there's a lot of times where it can end pretty quickly. So you just gotta make the most of your opportunity and have fun with it.
What do you got to do to